This is The Real Weight, where we explore how your life and your physiology are connected. I'm Frank Dominic. Let me run something by you. Have you ever gotten to a point where you're barely eating? Like you've cleaned everything up, you're keeping it tight, and you're thinking, there's no way I should be stuck right now. But you are. And maybe it worked for a bit, and then it just kind of leveled on. And now you're stuck in your head trying to figure out what you missed. Most people land in the same place when that happens. They don't rethink the approach. They just turn the dial again. All right, I'll go a little lower. We'll cut a little more. I'll be tighter this week. And for a minute, it feels like you're back in control. But it never really holds. And that's the part nobody really explains. Because it's not that you did something wrong. It's that your body didn't stay the same. It adjusted to what you were doing. So think about it like this. If your phone battery is running low, it doesn't keep performing the same way all day. It dims things down, closes background apps, slows certain functions to stretch what's left. Your body does a similar thing because it's trying to be efficient with what it has. So when you've been eating less for a while, you're not working with the same setup you started with anymore. That's why it feels like you're pushing harder, but not getting anything back. Now add real life on top of that. Busy days, interrupted sleep, a lot in your mind, trying to juggle everything. And then you're also trying to keep your food dialed in the whole time. That's a lot to carry, even if it doesn't feel like it at first. And this is where it starts to get tricky. Because instead of stepping back, most people lean in harder. They start spacing meals out, trying to save calories for later, keeping things as low as possible during the day. And yeah, that can feel like control, but it also makes things unpredictable. You're going long stretches without much coming in, and then trying to bring it all back later. And that back and forth makes it harder to get into any kind of rhythm. You don't feel steady. You don't feel consistent. You feel like you're always managing. And that's exhausting after a while. And here's the part that usually gets missed. The issue isn't that you haven't cut enough. It's that most people are trying to restrict before they ever actually fueled their body properly. And that's a tough place to build from. So instead of building from something steady, you're trying to force results out of something that's already running. And that's why it feels like such a grind, because it is. When things start to come back around, you're not trying to control every part of it. You're not holding it all together by willpower. It actually feels supported. That's a completely different experience than trying to force results from the beginning. Most people have only ever been shown the forcing version. So when that stops working, they don't know what else to do. They just keep repeating it, hoping it clicks again. If you've been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So instead of asking, how do I cut more? Maybe the better question is, what has my body been adjusting to lately? Because whatever the answer is, that's the direction you want to start looking. I'll see you in the next episode.